Am I live? Working in the rain here. Hope y'all are satisfied. Do a gable. I think this is 1212. Okay. How is that off center? Let's see, what's the total wall height here? 8 foot 8, maybe 16 foot. Let's try 197. Oh, 8 6 is 14. That's 168. I got my math in my head wrong. So let's work on this. sure what that is. What is that? What is that? That is something I don't need. What is that? What is that? Trying to clean this up some. Hello, Gary Kid. I didn't think anybody would come. I'm just working, so I had my little. Usually, I'll have some kind of a little. If I can find it. Background. Like ambient noise. How are you doing? I don't know why. I thought this was a. I made this a component, but for some reason, it's not acting like a component. I gotta make an opening in this floor for a stair. So it's going to be at least probably 10 feet. 10 feet. $11, 7 3/4. After a while, I get tinnitus listening to that stuff. How's it going, Gary? I'm trying to figure my. I think I just. Yeah, I need to do this over a little bit. Usually when I go to figure my risers, I'll just draw a line down and then I'll do the divide thing. And I'll do it where I get the riser I want. Let's see, I want somewhere 7.5 inches. There's 20 segments. 20 segments. Oops, I can't get, I mean, get closer here. Oops. 7.25. So for some reason I had a hard time seeing. $19 at 7.25. One thing I've learned too is to make sure my tolerance is not turned when I'm doing these stairs. Aha, I knew it. I like for my tolerance to be set on 16th when I'm doing stairs. Let's redo this. I didn't undo that, did I? Model info, no. I thought I might have undid my units to 16ths. Now let's go. I was wondering why I had a hard time like switching back and forth. Aha, it's actually 7 3/8. Uh, 19 at 7 3/8. Alright. So what we'll do is draw us a box. This should be a, yeah. This is a quick and easy way I found. Why does that say 15/16? Why it does that? I want that to be 3 foot 42 inches, not some weird 15/16 dimension. Oh, you know what? It needs to be, that's right. I need to go over this 6 inches because of that wall thickness. There we go. Now we're set. Not out of it yet. I'm trying to go out of that group. Eighths, and then that wall is going to come up, so I don't want to go all the way. I just want to go to here, and then I'll draw me a box. Come out 10. I'll make myself a group and go down for the first. Looks like I'm going to bring back, I think what I'm going to do is come back to the middle. I think I'm going to come back at least, let's see, 13 feet. Oops. 13 feet. Maybe 12 feet. See how that works. That'll give me more room, more headroom when I get to the landing. So let's go down now. This is a quick and easy way to rough in some stairs. Copy that down times like 8 times or something, and then we'll see how close to the wall. We want one of these to be the landing. Let's go down another one. See how close that puts us to the wall. That's good. That's a 4-foot landing. So this step becomes our landing then. Like that, and then it'll be a little wider. I usually frame them to there to give it enough to step on or land on, and then I can just and then the steps will get wider here. Well, actually they won't necessarily. Let's see. Yeah, that's right, because that's just the landing. That's not the, but they will get a little wider. I'm stuck in the wall, dang it. And we'll come on down. I don't want another 8 steps. 8. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we only needed 7. There we go. So that gives us a, what I meant to do was make these, well, what I can do now is I can take and put all these in a group. Looks like I missed that one. Make a group. I'm at my job today, this Saturday and Sunday, but I work myself all day, so you help my day. That's cool. Hello, I just got in from work. Hello, Richard. Let's see, did I make that a group? Yeah, then what I usually do is go in and I'll select all of them and explode them. Then I can work on them. Get around here. Well, shoot, get in here and dive under. Ah, come on now. I can stay out of the walls. I know what to do. I want to turn off the floor. That way I can work freely. And let's see, did I explode it? Yeah, I explode them all, and then I'll start connecting them. And like that. And I've just found this is a kind of an easy way to build a decent looking stair. Then you can, and I don't normally draw the stringers until the homeowner decides the stair is okay. Seems like if I do too much detail up front, I always like jinx myself and I have to redo it. That end. Nope, something happened. Keeps snapping to the wrong point. There we go. And normally this would be, really wouldn't come all the way back because you'd have a wall. Get out of this. So you'd have a wall here. 4.5. That would be trying to get it to inference that point. Sometimes it's just hard. Don't get lucky all the time. But there would be a wall here. And that would come out. You know, if you weren't going to have a handrail, usually come out another, come out a couple of inches. Why is this floor not a, why is this floor not a group? That's weird. And then it would come up. Now, but you'd have an opening there to access underneath the stair or somewhere over here. And then this would come up. There plus 36. And then you would come up here like 36 and draw yourself a line. So you'd either have a sloping wall like that, and then it would come I'm not doing this with framing yet because I haven't shown it to him. Oops. But you would have an opening under here, you know, with a header to get in under the stair, and then this would come back. Oops. Why is that not coming up? Is that keeping it from coming up? Probably. Yep. Then you come up another 36 like that, and your floor would you'd be 36 inches past the floor. here, like that. And that part up there would go, keep going over. To this wall. Like that. And for some reason my little wall is missing over there. That little wall is over here. I gotta put it back over there, I guess. So that's kind of how that all works out. Now a lot of times they'll just, if it's a rough barn or a garage, they'll just frame this up out of 2x4s. And they won't necessarily drywall it. What is that line? Oh, that's what I thought. I could get rid of that. So we'd have to check. Oh, we'd have to check our headroom right here, though. Oh, it just occurred to me. So this isn't going to work. I can tell by looking. That's only 4'8". So we need to go back. We need 6 foot. The only way that works is if you could take the stair back to this little, yeah, that's probably the best thing to do, because you don't want to, you want to come up here and kind of in the middle of the gable. You don't want to have the stair coming up over here. You want to have all this headroom. So what we're going to have to do is pull the floor back to that, which is a logical place to do it. Like that, and that's going to, then that'll give you, and then that handrail wall will just return. That'll work good. And this will just, that didn't connect. There we go. Like this. All that would be a group. Like that. Now you've got plenty of headroom going down the stair. To that one we've got 9 feet, and to this one we've got 8 feet. That's good. So that's plenty. SketchUp looks like a handy tool. Hey, Great Alaska. But man, I think I would struggle with learning from the functions and how to apply them. It's pretty easy. It's not really. It's really more of a question of how much experience you have in construction, because the tools are pretty easy. You know, it's just like here, I can just grab a rectangle tool and I can draw a wall. You know, that simple. But how wide is the wall? You know, is it a 2x4 wall, which is 4 9/16? You know, is it 8-foot wall? Is it that, which means it's 97 1/8 tall with all the plates? So see, the tools are pretty simple. It's the knowledge of how to draw things or what you're building is really is really the key. So let's see. So that'll work with the stair. And what I'll do is once he approves this, I'll come back and it'll be like framing. I'll frame it like that, and but until I get, a lot of times I'll go through all the trouble of putting all the framing in, and then a customer will say, no, I don't like that, so I'll have to change it. So I've learned my lesson about that. But that's a nice little corner. And really, let's see, the way the roof frames, we kind of have to have that wall. Well, we don't have to have it that, well, yeah, to have this, turn the roofing off here, cladding, sheeting. Yeah, see the way the roof, I need that wall to go back that far for the valley rafters to sit on. It could be cut back a little bit. What I was getting at was I was trying to figure out if I could cut this wall back to here so it would be a nice clean corner. Or you could make the stair a little wider, but you know that would just take up space down below. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to turn the floor off. Yeah. So see, that would, the wider this gets, the, I don't know. Oh, the other thing is this. Sometimes what we'll actually do is we will frame this up at the bottom of the stair. So it'll go like that. Down to there, and then I can do this. I can see what I'm doing here. That line is not there. I got lucky. Yeah, so it's really like that. And it's really, yeah, wherever, and then you would pull this framing back. Pull this framing back to here. I didn't pay attention. How far was that? That was 5.5. Yeah, so that means this. Well, I'd have to go inside there. Let's see if I can get in there without. How long is it going to take to dive in that wall? When you go inside of a wall, it takes longer to go through it because you're, oops, there we go, oops. I'm scrolling, you can't tell. Alright. I want to push that back 5.5, 5.5. There we go. That didn't seem right. Should be 4.5 inches right here. Well, anyway, this is all schematic anyway. I'm not going to spend too much time messing with it. But that would take up that would just take up less room down here, see? You don't want to take up all this floor space because you could put workbenches all the way across here and actually put the opening under the stair right here. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I would do. I would probably just bring this down. Because again, you're killing that corner whenever you have a door in the corner like that, it kind of kills the corner. So you'd have, and you don't even have to have that wall there. You can have framing like a post here holding up the landing, and it can go down, and then just that can all be open under there. I'll see what I did now. I made my, that can come out to there. Yeah, I don't want to get too excited about this, because usually when I get into too much detail, that bites me in the butt. I would do something to get rid of that little thing. I'd straighten all this up, but you could have you could just have an opening under here. It's, you know, however you wanted to do it. As a matter of fact, I'd probably just make it open totally under the stair. Yeah, I'll just open it all the way up under there. So what I'm trying to do now is get that stair, really, all that stair is just for location, and this little thing right here is bugging me. This is where my obsessive behavior, compulsive behavior comes into play. What I would do is do that, and then I would go back to the stair landing if I can get out of that block. And make the, but honestly, it's why you do all this planning, because you get to see where these little issues happen. Is that going to be a problem if I, but again, it's kind of minutia. It's minutia. And I don't know what, oh, I ain't gonna worry about that right now, because that's just in two different groups, and I'm just gonna pull myself away from it. Just, the main point with the stair is it okay if it goes there, and do you like the how it's arranged? And if he says yes, then I can come back and do all my other little anal stuff I like to do. But like I said, if I spend too much time worrying about that, it will jinx me. So I got to put these gable walls in. So I need this wall to go why did I make that so tall? Oh, that's right. That's got to be 17 inch. It's got to be, to span that distance, the 23 feet, I needed the 16 inch wood eye joists. So that is why that's so deep. And then this wall. So I'd have another wall this tall. Two feet. Okay, that makes sense. Wall. Let's see, I want to do a gable. And we're going to start off with 24. 24. We're going to go 10, 12. I think it's 10, 12. Might be 12, 12. I think it's 10. Update, and we're going to go from here And I should have put my is that right? Now on a wall like this, you don't need two top plates. You only need one here because it's a non-load bearing wall. And so it's just an extra bulk that you don't need. So I can go in here and say top plate 1. It's one thing nice about this Medique extension. And you can see it change it to 1. Because what you do is you'd nail that. Why is the rafter hanging over it? Let's go to the other end and see what's going on. Oh, it's hanging over. I see what it did. It's hanging over the for the sheeting. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that right now. But, well, I do want to do this one because I want to get this. If I can get my thing selected. That looks like it's more than a 1/2 inch though. I guess it's not. The reason I was wanting to do this is because I wanted to see if this wall height is correct. There we go, 1/2 inch. Alright, so now we can go and make this the right type of siding. My custom lap siding. And we'll turn the wall cladding back on. Now, usually you have trouble the only thing about these gable walls is they're nice, but for some reason the trim is doesn't work on them. I need to ask him about that. If I say yes, and I go down to trim, and the freeze board is no, let's turn that on yes. And let's make it 3.5, see what that looks like. Oh, that's what it is. So we need to turn it off. Yeah, and so let's go down and see if let's go back to our wall cladding and horizontal offset. I wonder if I can get that to go. If I say 3, what will it do? Horizontal offset. Let's see, 3. Okay, that's this. That's the. That is the. Yeah, that's that. That's the vertical. But horizontal offset should be this way. But since it's lap siding, you can't tell. What I was trying to do is see if I could extend it. Alright, so that's minutia again. So what I got to do is I got to come over here and draw this trim in and then make it all line up. Make this piece coming down line up with that. So I'll do that later. So I need to get this same wall here. What I can do though is put a like a trim board. Let's see, this bottom needs to extend down five inches, so I can do that. Edit wall. Let's see, bottom 5. Yeah, and then see that little gap there? Let's see, now I need to extend this one up 2 inches, yeah. Gets a little confusing when you're adding vertical top, so I need to go 14. Actually, what I could do is I could extend this. I may have just came up with a solution to my problem. I need to extend this siding up to 27 inches. Top vertical, so 31. Hmm. Or 10. I need to pull the other one up. I need to pull this one up. Bottom wall cladding bottom. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up 15 inches minus 15 and see what that looks like. We'll measure it. 7. So I have in the past tried to figure out, oh man, what is going on? Minus 24 actually makes sense, except that it's not. That doesn't make any sense. But now I think I can put a freeze board. What I was going to say is I've on this wall at the top and make it look like a band board. I have it would be, let's do a 1x8 7.25 and we'll make it an inch thick. There we go. Let's make it a 1x10. If that looks better. But anyway, I was saying that in the past I have tried to decide whether it is easier to draw this stuff. Just I'm going to steal this, or try to do it with the extensions. Because back in the old days, I would just draw everything, and now I kind of mess with the extensions, not as much as I do, not more than I do the just drawing it by hand. It is some help, but sometimes it's like, is it really worth it? Let's see. Now I'm going to take this in there. Get over there. That is, I know that comes out to there because comes out to that because I drew it on the other one, and then I'm just going to make it thicker. So really what I got to do is raise it. I don't know why that's not centered, but I'll fix that later. I'll fix that trim later. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is just get rid of this. Well, I could move it. No, I got to delete it. And take this. Why is that doing that? Oh, I see what happened. It was mitered at the corner. Take this. Take that. I'm just gonna put it right here for right now, and then I'm gonna fix it later. Cause I haven't even gone over this with him yet, and he may not even want this freeze board, and it's a waste of time if he doesn't want it. What I should have done was put me a reference line going down there. Then I could have just grabbed it there and then go down here like that. That's what I should have done over there. Lesson learned. Alright, so that's kind of the way the back's going to look, except there's probably going to be a window somewhere. And of course I have 3 windows over here. So what I'm going to do is see if I have any more comments. Nope, no comments. And there's probably going to be a window in this. Let's see. Window. Let's make it a 36 by 4, or that'll be good. 32 by 48. That sounds about the right proportions. And I think we're doing double hung on these. And the header height has to be taller. I don't know why. Oh, it's because of that floor thickness again. So this should be about 7 feet off the floor. Yeah, it just looks funny out here. Ah, I guess it doesn't look that funny. I had to raise these windows up to 8 feet to get them above that roof framing. I think these windows are were they 54 or are they 48? Yeah, they were 54. So if we moved it up to 54, we made it 54, and we moved it up to the other one. What would that look like? That looks more like it. Yeah, I like that better. And let's see if that still gives us our, yeah, that's still code approved. 42, it has to be 42, ooh, 42 or less. That's close. But this is not a sleeping room. It's not a, it's just kind of a, the other thing is that I think part of this, he was going to leave some of this open, like, I'm not sure, but I think after he sees the way these dormers are framed, the way I need these little walls to set the rafters on in the valleys, that valley rafter. As a matter of fact, there's going to have to be a double joist, floor joist underneath those walls to support that corner. That's a load bearing point right there. Now, I think, oh, let's put these other windows in. Let's spin there around, and we shall put us a, let me see if I can grab me a, yeah. I'll just put this down here and put it, and I can move it over to the center. Use these as references. Get rid of that one. And this is where the this is where the extension comes in. This is where it hits pay dirt, because I can just do, is that my double hung? Yeah, it'll save the last setting, so I can just come in here, boom, boom, boom. So anytime that I spend messing with it, you know, doing that, having to move the siding up and down, and all that is made up by being able to install windows really quickly, windows and doors, because I used to spend hours and hours cutting out sheeting and framing and putting the framing parts in, the headers, the you know, because it puts the headers and everything in. So that makes it all special. I think for now what I'm going to do is take this wall and this trim, and I'm going move it down here. I'm going to copy it. And I'm not sure what all these weird guidelines are. Then I'm going to mirror it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explode it, because these wall tie assemblies don't like getting copied. So then I'm going to make it a group, and then I'm going to mirror it -1. Gonna do it. And then I'm going to put it, let's see, let me turn the, now I'm going to move it all the way back to line up with that wall. And that should be right. Yeah, except now I can fix this wall and put the band board across. Freeze board, yes. 9.25, 1 inch. Like that. That looks better. And when I do the elevations, I'll turn off that. See how the framing goes, kind of goes through, depending on what angle you're looking at it. I'll turn that off whenever let's turn the roofing back on. Roof cladding. And I think what I want to do is, let me turn the wall. That kind of drives me crazy, to be honest with you. The wall framing. See, you can even, at a certain angle, you can see it through, see how you can see it through the siding. And that's not a SketchUp thing, that's a, I wonder why this siding looks different on this, You know what, I bet that's still that heritage. It is. Look at that. I hadn't changed it to the lap siding yet. I wonder why it looked different. And that means I need to I think this band almost needs to be like a 1x12. Let's see, that was the freeze board. To make it look right, and to make it, yeah, to keep that siding lap from looking funny, the coursing on it. So that means this one would need to be, and that needs to run through. You can make the freeze board run through the corners, yes. So 11 1/4 update, like that. That looks better. And then over here, does it look better going? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah. Now I think I want a little roof over this door. So we'll see. Let's see if we can get us a very low profile looking. No more comments. No more comments. I'm going to turn my rain back on if y'all aren't going to comment. Let's go over, what size door is this? Let's do a 6-inch overhang, or let's do an 8-inch. Rafter depth would be 6s. Why are we missing rafters? That's weird. Let's turn our roofing. Oh, wait. What is going on here? Where's my... Where's my shingles, man? Oh, it said no. That's crazy. I forgot what this is. This is like a grayish color. That kind of freaked me out. I thought my is it Harvard slate? Yeah. Alright, so let's take our little roof and we'll pick it up. And I'm going to fix it. I think what we'll do is, it's all kind of heavy looking. See if we can lighten it up somehow. Yeah, that's kind of heavy looking. I don't know what is going on with this thing where I can't. I can't scroll down. That's getting better. Still heavy looking. I'm just going to show him this and see. This thing needs to be at least somehow I got lucky and that's exactly 8 feet, but I think I want it a little bit higher. Maybe even 8'6". That's not too bad. You just want a little roof to get. I still don't understand why these rafters are. Rafter. $24. I thought I said 16. There we go. That was weird looking. So now what I need to do, oh, I see what happens too. is I don't need a soffit. Let's see. Oh, gable end. Let's see, right or left? Right, 0. That's not right. That would be down here. Back, 0. Yeah, and then this would go. Let's undo that. And we'll just draw us a little beam in here. 9.25. I'm going to make that something's funky about this fascia. I'm going to fix that. Got a little, but I'm going to just fix these little beams first. And you can put yourself a little detail on there to make them look better. Let's see, 30. Yep. Just trying to show some kind of decorative bracket. Oops. There we go. Just a little. He's in Minnesota, so his foundation has got to come way down. Just a little roof. Now it still may be poking out a little too far. I don't know. You could make it. You know, just a little roof to get it out of the rain. If you built this in Tennessee today, would it cost you? Oh no, this thing right here would cost probably $150,000 in today's money. I built a garage like this. What year was it for this? What year was that? Was that 20? Let's look up. Let's look up this Everhart. I actually have some videos on this one. Let me turn this down. Can't think. Everhart Garage, 2002. Good Lord. Are you? Wait a minute. That is not right. Something's wrong. 2002. No. Let's do this. Let's save this one. Or get too excited. If this is if it was actually 2002, I've just had a Mandela effect moment. Yeah, 2019 is more like it. That other thing was probably something different. This one, okay, so that is the wrong Everhart 5. That is the wrong thing. Okay, these are the printed drawings. Okay, so this garage right here. Let's go to the elevation. This was, of course, it's 2 stories. This garage right here cost $350,000. But he put we ended up putting a slate roof on it, and I also had to do these buttresses because over on the side, because he let somebody else do the foundation before he tried to cheap out and let somebody do it on a concrete block, and I told him I wasn't going to build it unless I could fix that, and so he let me do it. He let me fix it. But let's see, SKP. Let's do this one. Yeah, see these buttresses right here? And this foundation was taller and worse than it looked. It was about 9 feet tall, and they just did it out of concrete block, and then they filled it in with gravel. And I knew that wall was going to lean out, so I told him unless he'd let me do these buttresses out of concrete, this is where I drew the concrete, that I wasn't going to do it. So he did. He let me, because this tall, this was 10 or 12 feet, and then we had another. This thing's really tall. It's taller than some houses I've built. Yeah, it's 28 feet right there. So anyway, yeah, they had this big stairwell uh, on the side, so we didn't have to take up all that room inside. And so anyway, it was quite the project. Jack's barn. Barn is currently locked. No, okay. Why is it locked? What did I do? Oh, I opened a separate. Okay. So this one, I'm thinking, yeah, at least 150,000. Especially in Minnesota, where they got to do all those deep footings stuff. But that, let's see. Let's do Everhart and then .jpg. Turn this on view. Oh shoot. I thought I was going to be able to find some pictures. But these are just drawings, it looks like. I bet there's a couple of pictures in there. Well, shoot. That was 2019. It doesn't seem like it was that far long ago, but I may have the pictures on my other computer. But the roof was 40 grand on it, and it was it Virginia slate? Anyway, so let's see. I think this is as far as I'm going to go until I get with him. I don't know what this is over here. Oh, this is where I was trying to get gutters. I was trying to make myself a little roof to get gutters. What I need to do now is set up some elevations. Do I have them? I haven't really set them up yet. Turn the axis off and turn the framing off. And the sheeting, which is showing through too. And the dims, the wall dims, turn all that stuff off. And wall dim. And we'll kind of make that our front elevation. go to our scenes and make this our, let's see, I actually don't know north and south on this, so I'm just going to say this is right elevation. Update that, and then we'll go to the back. That's not the back. That must have been some other job. Oh, look here. And what is that? And we'll just kind of give it a little bit of, since the back is kind of boring, we'll give it a side. And dang it, up. I meant to turn all this stuff off. And guess what? This wall is still not in the proper siding mode. I can tell because my siding is lines and his siding is just an image. So you don't get that depth. You don't get those shadows. Let's give it a little bit of a side view there. And we'll turn the light up. What's going on? Oh, I have the dark turned all the way down. So we got our front, let's see, all right. I got this wall sheeting turned off. Yep. Right. Back. Left. Right, so there we go. That is enough for, and what I like to do too is give that, I need to kind of give this a base here so we can kind of tell where the bottom is. Alright, well, I think that is all I'm going to do on this today until I get more information from the owner. But the main reason I was doing all this for him was because the roof framing, he's going to try to build this himself. Turn off the sheeting, and he wasn't familiar with this valley framing. And I have a video on this. If I go through cutting all the, it's long and boring, but I cut all the rafters and all that, so, and do all this roof, all this gable framing, all this gable end framing. So The nice thing about setting up the views is, you know, I can turn off layers and then I can just go back to that state, that layer state. Alright, well, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate you hanging out, keeping me company while I'm drawing, because it gets kind of boring. And I'm going to send this to Jack, and we will see you next time.